Have you ever watched others succeed while you feel stuck in the same place? You try and try, but somehow nothing changes. Every day feels heavier than the last. You promise yourself a better life, but the same fears and failures keep holding you back. You are not lazy. You are not weak. You are just lost and unsure how to take control. Sometimes life doesn't wait for you to figure it out. It forces you to face yourself. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by green hills and deep forests, there lived a young man named Eli. Eli was clever and curious. He had many ideas and dreams, but he never seemed to find his place in the world. He watched the villagers all his life. Farmers rising before sunrise, bakers kneading dough with steady hands, blacksmiths hammering iron until it glowed. But Eli, he could never stick to anything. When work became hard, he quit. When failure came, he hid. He wanted a meaningful life. But every attempt ended in frustration. One harsh year, misfortune struck the village. The rains failed. The crops dried in the sun. Eli's father passed away, leaving him a small hut and no guidance. Eli tried helping his uncle at the bakery, but he could not wake up before dawn. He tried carpentry, but his hands fumbled with the tools. The villagers whispered, "Eli is clever, but he will never succeed. He runs from effort." Those words cut deeper than any blade. At night, Eli would sit alone in his hut. He would stare at the cracks in the ceiling and whisper to himself, "Why am I like this? Why can't I be like the others?" Tears would roll down his cheeks. The weight of life pressed heavily on him. For the first time, Eli admitted a painful truth. "I am not ready, but I want to change. I don't know how yet, but I must." One quiet morning, Eli walked to the river to think. The water shimmered softly in the early light. There, sitting by the bank, was an old man named Master Rowan. He was respected in the village and known to guide those who were lost. Rowan looked at Eli and said calmly, "Your life is not about luck. It is about mastering yourself. If you want change, you must choose one thing and give it everything." Eli's heart beat faster. Rowan continued, "It will not be easy. You will fail. You will feel hopeless, small, and broken. But every small effort builds the foundation of your life." Eli nodded slowly. A small spark of hope was stirring within him. Eli decided to learn rope making, an essential skill in the village. He woke up before sunrise. He practiced every day, even when his hands bled, even when the ropes snapped, even when his body acted first. His ropes were weak. They were uneven, almost useless. Villagers shook their heads. He will never succeed. But Eli remembered Rowan's words. Small efforts done faithfully change everything. Day by day, week by week, his skill slowly grew. The ropes became stronger, neater, more durable. With each knot, Eli felt a small victory. Every knot tied was a victory over his old self, the one who gave up at the first sign of struggle. Even after mastering the basics, life tested him again. One stormy season, violent winds tore through the village. The harvest was destroyed. The ropes Eli had made were nearly ruined. Many villagers gave up hope, blaming the misfortune. But Eli refused to surrender. He worked tirelessly, repairing ropes, rebuilding tools, helping others. Day after day, he pushed through exhaustion, frustration, and doubt. At night, he would sit outside his hut, hands blistered, heart aching. But a small smile would form because he knew he was changing. The villagers began to notice. Eli is different. He doesn't quit. He faces hardship without complaint. Years passed. Eli became the village's most skilled rope maker. But skill alone was not his true achievement. Through every struggle, he had learned patience, focus, and self-discipline. He began teaching young apprentices. He experimented, creating stronger ropes, tools, designs that traders from neighboring villages wanted to buy. His workshop grew. His confidence grew, his influence grew. But Eli's greatest transformation was within himself. He had conquered fear, self-doubt, and laziness. He had learned that success is not given, it is built knot by knot, day by day. Every failure became a teacher. Every struggle became a stepping stone. Eli had mastered himself, and by mastering himself, he had built a life worth living. The villagers no longer whispered, "Eli cannot handle life." Instead, they said, "Eli has mastered himself. He is strong, disciplined, and reliable." Children looked up to him. Apprentices followed his guidance. Traders respected his work. Eli smiled not because of their admiration, but because he knew the truth. He had built himself from the inside out. Every knot, every hour, every moment of persistence had brought him here. If your life feels stuck today, if failure haunts you, if you feel lost while others move forward, remember Eli. Your life does not change overnight. It changes day by day, effort by effort, moment by moment. Master yourself. Choose one skill. Work tirelessly. Face your fears. Take bold, consistent action. One day, quietly at first, and then suddenly everything will shift. You will realize you built your life. You became the person you were meant to be. If you love today's story and want more inspiring real-life lessons, subscribe to Tales with English. Your journey of mastering yourself can start today.